an extension last summer. Terry Rozier's under contract for $26 million. And so this has massive ramifications for both teams, both players, and a situation that now the league is going to have to deal with. And then Damon Jones is another factor here among all of it. He was allegedly taking money for information that he was giving, including one ESPN has confirmed that in the 2022-23 season, he gave co-conspirators information about LeBron James sitting in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks with an ankle injury. That game, the bettors ended up putting money on Milwaukee, and it led to a Bucks victory once LeBron James obviously was sitting out. That was not public information at the time. So Damon Jones is the only member out of Rozier and Chauncey Billups that has been charged under both fronts. The mafia side of this with the illegal poker fixing, as well as the sports betting and the prop betting of all of this. So it's an ongoing situation right now. Both Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups today were arraigned in Portland and in Orlando, respectively. They've both been released or are going to be released on bail this afternoon. Both will forfeit their passport. Rozier will also put a $6 million home up as collateral in this, and Chauncey Billups and Rozier not able to travel either unless it's to New York for their upcoming trial. That is where it stands right now. Damon Jones also arraigned as well today. But there's going to be more from this because, again, this started as a group of about a handful of co-conspirators. Now it's well over 30 arrests in total after today's round of 31 arrests. And the NBA obviously is waiting to see where this goes. Terry Rozier has been under investigation for the last 2 years, Ernie. And the NBA did not find enough in their investigation to discipline Terry Rozier. But again, the FBI, Kash Patel, they have a lot more at their disposal than the NBA does. Their subpoena power, they're able to take more material, more warrant ability that the NBA just is not able to do. So Terry Rozier, his NBA career is on hold now. Chauncey Billups' coaching career is on hold. Tiago Splitter has been named the interim head coach in Portland, and he will be the head coach there in Portland for the foreseeable future now.
You know, Shams, clearly the NBA dropped the ball. Now, you can make all the excuses saying they didn't have all the information that the FBI had, but Adam Silver can pick up the phone and call the FBI and say, hey, do y'all really have something? Because they've been, 2 years is a long time to investigate somebody, and he was cleared. So the NBA dropped the ball. Bottom line, yes or no?
Well, Chuck, I'm told the NBA got access to Terry Rozier's phone. He had to forfeit his phone. That's the same thing Malik Beasley, from my understanding, has had to do with the NBA and with federal investigators. So Malik Beasley's player for the Pistons last year. He's a free agent now. He's undergoing an ongoing investigation with both the NBA and the federal systems, and he's had to forfeit his phone. But he was not part of this round of arrests. Terry Rozier also did the same thing. He gave up his phone in 2023. But, yeah, the NBA didn't find enough evidence there. But the FBI is under no jurisdiction to have to share their information with the NBA. Clearly, the way this was done by Kash Patel and federal investigators that started in the Eastern District of New York, this was done in a silo. This was done closed-mouthed between all those sides. And I don't know how much they were able to share or even shared with the NBA.
Shams Charania, thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll see you on Inside the NBA later tonight with any updates on that story. Guys, you feel free to weigh in now, Shaq. You've heard from Shams. You saw the FBI director speaking about this. What do you think?
I know everybody that's at play, and I don't like to sit up here and be hypocritical about certain things. I homeboy gamble, Ernie. Bet it. We've been on teams. We played cards. We played spades. We played tonk. But with that being said, every year they would give us forums on what and what not to do. One of those things where if somebody asks you if a certain player is playing, you say no. So all these guys knew what was at stake. And I'm just ashamed that they put themselves and put their family and put the NBA in this position. We all know the rules. We all know the letter of the law, and it's just unfortunate. Innocent to proven guilty. But usually when the FBI has something, they have you. You know, FBI, I know a lot of people from the FBI, and I've been in many of those investigations. They'll wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but when they come knocking on your door, they have something. And we all know the letter of the law when it comes to gambling and sports gambling. And I don't want to sit up here like I'm some perfect guy. Like every now and then when I go to Vegas, I'll play some craps and I'll play some roulette, but never gambled at anybody's house. Don't know anything about poker, so I don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the Chauncey thing. But I know Chauncey. I know Damon very well. Played with Damon, so I don't want to sit up here. But I'm ashamed that those guys would put their families and their careers in jeopardy. There's an old saying in the hood: all money ain't good money. So if you're making $9 million and you're dealing in certain things, like how much more do you need? Especially if you know you get caught, you can do jail time, lose your career. You know, put a bad image on yourself or your family on the NBA. I agree with you, Chuck. They dropped the ball.
100%.
They had
100% dropped the ball.
And like you never want to have your name involved in that when you know the letter of the law. And Ernie, again, I know for a fact every year they cancel practice and say don't do this and don't do that and don't do that. So all the guys had the information. So
let's let Kenny get in on this thing.
Well, it's super unfortunate. One, because we look at players that are involved and the people that are involved. We're surprised because when you have access and you're at the top of your game, so to speak, as a coaching profession, a player, or whatever, you're at the top of your game, you have access to millions and millions of dollars in this league. So it was surprising that they would put themselves in that position, possibly. It is an innocent until proven guilty. I think the other part is we have to realize gambling is an addiction. So the addiction of it is what makes you make illogical decisions. So not because you make $9 million. There are people who are making, as the FBI director said, there's a man who lost $1.8 million. That means he has a lot of money, so he has an addiction to that, those fish that they talk about that they were bringing in. So gambling is an addiction which can make you make illogical decisions regardless of your ethnic background, regardless of your physical background, and regardless of your financial status. So let's understand that. And I disagree in terms of the NBA dropping the ball. This is an ongoing investigation. There's no way that any FBI or police even would come to anyone and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is the surprise element always makes it happen. So they cannot overextend the information that they're receiving. And this is about individuals. And last, and I'll let you talk, Chuck. I
wish you would, because you're making me mad right here.
Well, I can make you mad and you can make me mad. I just have my opinion. You're going to have yours. But I also think that because there are people who get speeding tickets doesn't mean everyone in the league speeds. And so don't look at this group of people that starting to get investigated as the entire league.
As an indictment of the league. Clear something up for me, Chuck.
I'm going to clear it up quickly.
I know, but I really just want this. You say the league dropped the ball on the Rozier part of
yes.
this? Because they had already looked at it and said we didn't have enough, but not on the Chauncey. They didn't drop the ball on Chauncey.
First of all, these are two different things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's two different things.
So the league dropped the ball on Rozier, you
say.
Take
Chauncey out the equation.
All right.
And the reason I'm mad at Kenny is, man, this ain't got nothing to do with damn gambling addiction. This ain't got nothing to do with addiction. These dudes are stupid.
Why are they stupid?
Under no circumstances can you fix basketball games. Under no circumstances. I love to gamble. The notion, like, Rozier makes $26 million. Him betting, giving people information or taking himself out of games, how much is he going to benefit taking himself out the game to get unders? Like, he's making $26 million. The notion he gave, how much of these guys he gave a head up, he took himself out of games on prop bets. How much money is he going to make
Well, if he did that, you're proving my point.
What do you mean?
That means
that's
that
not
it's an illogical thought process.
No.
If you're making $26 million to try to win $50,000, like that's illogical. So that you're proving my point.
No,
it
that's not addiction. That's stupidity.
The same reason someone goes and uses drugs when they're in the NBA.
Hey, drugs are addiction.
So there's no gambling addiction?
No, yeah, they are gambling addiction. But the notion that you're trying to make sure these guys being addicted, you can't fix basketball games. You cannot fix. Like I say, this is separate from Chauncey. But the notion that guys are making all this money and giving information, come on, man, stop that. Ain't got nothing to do with addiction. That's just total stupidity on these two dudes' parts.
We will have more as the night goes on. Again, Shams will join us at the end of the night on Inside the NBA. When we come back, rematch at the Field House tonight, Thunder and Pacers. We'll look ahead.
An exciting night. Players got their championship rings. They were able to raise their banner. And Mark Daigneault told us pregame he thought that it struck the perfect chord. He said he enjoyed it most because his players seemed to enjoy the moment. He said guys were glowing. But unfortunately here in Indianapolis, that wasn't the case. Some players tell me they were able to watch the pregame ceremony, while others said they had to turn it off. Aaron Nesmith said he had it on and planned to be able to sit through and watch it. He thought it'd be good for him to see it, but he said it was too hard. He had to turn it off. And, this is an Indiana team that should feel proud of what they were able to accomplish a year ago. They're actually going to take a moment today and recognize the Eastern Conference Finals banner that they've hung here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. But Pascal Siakam, he said it's going to be bittersweet to see that banner. He said on one hand, it's great to accomplish something that hasn't been done here in a while, but on the other, it's a reminder that we didn't get the job done. And then he said, you've got the team coming in here tonight that made you endure all kinds of pain over the summer. He said, I really hope that we can show a great deal of fight and that we can get a little bit of revenge here. It's only night one for the Pacers, but they obviously want to get back on track against this team that they know oh so well. But as you guys know better than anybody, it's going to be a tall task, especially with Tyrese Halliburton not available tonight, not available for this entire season, guys.
Thank you very much, Katie George. Great information from the Field House in Indianapolis, and that's a good place to start. She brings up Tyrese Halliburton, and you go back to Game 7 of the Finals last year, and the game is tied at 16 apiece in the first quarter with the ring waiting for the winner of the game, and then this happens to Tyrese Halliburton.
I mean, I could tell he was super focused at the game. He was playing well, and this happens. It's very unfortunate. It's even more unfortunate that he's going to be out for a year. They almost had it, but almost isn't good enough. That's going to hurt. It's going to be a big if, because I was saying all summer, if he wasn't hurt and if he would have had 30, they could have possibly won that game.
He was on his way to 30.
Yeah, he was on his way to 30, but it's very unfortunate. I don't know why they're celebrating that Eastern Conference banner. That's cool, but, like Pascal said, it reminds them that we did not get it done. And hopefully they can compete. I want to know who's going to step in and play that Tyrese Halliburton role. We won't know until the season starts, but I kind of felt for him because I kind of wanted the underdog to win.
Well, you're looking at Andrew Nembhard in there probably to start at the point. T.J. McConnell is out right now. He has a hamstring. And you got Miles Turner. Miles Turner anymore. So this is a totally different team that you're going to see from Indiana tonight.
I think it's going to be very difficult for them to make the playoffs. You can't lose Halliburton for the year and Miles Turner and think, you lost, because, I thought that Miles Turner should have been an all-star the last couple of years, how great he was playing. We love Siakam, but I just think they just going to have a tough year. I love Rick Carlisle and Kevin Pritchard, but there's no way without Halliburton and Miles Turner you're going to be competitive in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. I just think that's just too much to ask.
Yeah, you losing Halliburton is like if Cleveland lost Donovan Mitchell for the year. We could go on and on down the list of the best player on the best team, on one of the 5 best teams. This is let's see if who else can step up year, meaning, if he comes back the following year and is in any kind of position to be close to the player he was, what player that we did not expect to be in a position to take a marquee role. And so this is a great opportunity for some young guys or some guys who get traded there to step up into a marquee role for the first time in their career.
And so you talk about an Indiana team and the difference from the playoffs till this regular season and the minutes you lose there from guys like Halliburton and Miles Turner. Meantime, on the Oklahoma City side, 99% of their playoff minutes last year are still back. Obviously, Jalen Williams starting injured, so he's not playing tonight. My son's got a concussion, so he won't play tonight. Cason Wallace, who started the other night, not going to play tonight.
Well, but that's why this team is the favorite. They're the deepest team in the NBA. They're pretty much 3 deep at every position. They got it all. So they are heavy favorites. But I'm telling you, man, they just plug and play. Because as long as they got that dude and that dude right there, they're going to be, I mean, Jalen is an all-star, obviously. But if you got these 2 guys right here.
Yeah, they combined for 63 the other.
But the crazy thing is, even without, let's say Shea has to do something for a month. They're still a playoff team without him. They would be a top 8 team in the West without Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's how strong this team is.
Yeah. Sam Presti, I told you, I love Masai Ujiri. I love R.C. Buford, but Sam Presti is probably the best general manager in basketball right now. I mean,
well, he drafted 3 MVPs.
I know, but I'm saying, man, look at this list right here.
Scoring title, MVP, and Finals MVP.
Damn, Shaq, you.
SGA is on that list. And
man, look at Michael Jordan. Damn.
Shaquille O'Neal from back in 2000.
He on there 4 times.
Man, congratulations, Shaq.
Shaq, that's pretty impressive, Shaq.
That's nice.
He's trying to.
Hey, man, Michael Jordan.
Look at
the man some props. I gave the man props.
I know.
I said thank
and he
you,
was staring at that graphic like, wow, that is impressive.
I was watching them after game 1, and they pretty much do the same thing. People always say last year they were the hunted, now they're going to be the hunted. My advice to them is just keep doing the same thing because Kenny knows this. Getting back to back ain't easy.
That ain't easy.
So, they have to keep the same focus, keep doing the same thing they're doing. What I loved about this team last year, that everybody knows their roles. We know that Shea is our guy. We know that J-Dub is our second guy, and everybody else just, plugs, like Chuck said, they plug and play, like they play their role. They are the favorite, but it'll be some teams coming for them. So, they just have to be ready for that.
There have been 7 straight different champions in the NBA.
I didn't know I was on that list.
That's a great list to be
favorite.
On. Underdog.
Do it again.
Put that list on the T-shirt.
When we come back, he coached the Nuggets to the 23 title. Now he's one of us, a media member. We welcome you back, Chuck, after ESPN got him working a back-to-back.
Hey, Kevin, it was a great day.
It was. 12 games last night, only 2 tonight. They're both here on ESPN. Got Thunders and Pacers to get us started, bottom of the hour. And then the Nuggets and the Warriors in the nightcap. Denver, the last team to play a season opener as they take on the Warriors later. The guy who used to coach the Denver Nuggets is Michael Malone, who's now part of the ESPN family. He's going to work some games. He's going to be on Countdown, serve as a special contributor. And you've joined the other side, Coach. I don't know. How you feeling right now about this move to the media side?
It's definitely different, Ernie. Appreciate you guys having me on. For the last 20-something years, I'm used to being involved with a season, being involved with a team. And this year, I'm working for ESPN. A joy to be on with you guys, and excited to learn and try to get better at this side of things.
Coach,
go ahead,
Coach Shaq here. I remember when played for you in Cleveland. It was a joy working for you. I remember, the game back then was a bunch of X and O's. You think we'll ever get back to that? Because I know now every team plays the pick and roll, the read and react. You think it'll go back to the days where everybody has a different strategy?
I hope so. Obviously, the league is changing. As you mentioned, Shaq is always changing. And a lot of people who are fans of the game for a long time are not fans of how the game is played now. Teams that are shooting 40, 50 threes a night. It's pick and roll. It's ISO. It's one-on-one. And I think a lot of basketball purists hope that we get back to playing the team basketball game. And I felt the way we played in Denver for 10 years was a great example of that. Team basketball, guys playing for each other, and we were a fun team to watch because of that.
Coach, if you say, what's the one thing I miss every day about coaching, what would that be?
The camaraderie, My daughter asked me that same question. She's down in Carolina, your old stomping grounds, Kenny. And she said, what do you miss about coaching? And for me, you're a competitor. I love building something, preparing, being organized. But the most important thing that I miss is being a part of something much bigger than myself, being in that locker room with the players, being with the coaching staff, celebrating a big win. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my dogs. But I do miss being a part of that team camaraderie, locker room atmosphere. And I look forward to getting back to that. I'm definitely not done coaching. Coaching is in my blood. I got that from my father. And I'm excited to get back coaching on those sidelines and teaching once again.
Kenny kind of took my question, but I'm going to still ask it in a different way. What's the best thing about not coaching, and what's the worst thing about not coaching?
I would say the same answer, my wife. For me, you as a coach, you miss so much. You miss being around your wife, your kids. You miss birthdays. You miss holidays. And so I've tried to take advantage of the time I've been afforded with not being a coach right now to be a husband and reconnect there, to be an active participant in both of my daughters' lives, and finding time for myself and balancing that out. And the hardest part is for 20 plus years now, Charles, I woke up every morning with one thing in mind, all right, preparing, building, trying to get a team ready to play a big game, going through the preseason, entering the regular season opener like tonight. And when I wake up now, I don't have that same motivation or that same goal to look forward to. And that's hard. I'm trying to do it with TV. I'm trying to do it in other areas, but you can't replace that. And hopefully, once again, I can find a way to get through this year and hopefully find a team, that I can be a part of once again.
Michael, what was special about coaching the Joker?
Ooh, good question.
Well, I tell you, the things that always blew me away, Ernie, when you talk about Nikola Jokic, you can go through the numbers and the stats, the career year he had last year, 30 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 1.8 steals, the numbers. But to me, I always marveled at the consistency. This guy continued to find a way to be great every night. And the guys on your show know being great every night is not easy. Nikola's done that. He hasn't shied away from it. His ability to make his teammates better each and every night. And he maintains a focus and a motivation where he's not satisfied. Their front office has done a hell of a job in bringing in a lot of players off the bench now that I feel they have all the tools necessary to give Oklahoma City a tremendous run like they did last year in hopes of getting another championship here in Denver. And Nikola's obviously got his fingerprints all over the franchise, and I felt really fortunate to have those 10 years of coaching him, of learning from him, and getting to know both he and his family, people that I've come to love and respect.
One of our criticisms of the Nuggets the last couple of years was the bench just wasn't good enough. Because obviously you got the Joker, you had Michael Porter, he's gone now, you got Cam came in, you got Jamal. Do you kind of like we could have did a better job with the bench because we have the best player in the world in his prime? And you think like when you win that first championship and you still got the best player, you're like, I wish we had did more with the bench because we could have kept our run going.
Well, yeah, maybe I'm still coaching tonight. As coaches, we always want more. There's 30 head coaches in the NBA right now, and they're never satisfied. Each one of them is going into their GM saying, we need more shooting. We need more defense. We need more size. But I do agree with that assessment, Charles, because we had a great run in 2023. We beat Miami. Hell of an accomplishment. First one in franchise history. And for me, I'm greedy. Let's do everything we can within our power to be even better next year. And, we made a decision as an organization at that time to try to develop a lot of young players. And it's really hard to have an expectation to win a championship and also develop 3-4 young guys at the same time. And this year, they went out and brought Bruce Brown back. They got Tim Hardaway Jr. They got Jonas Valanciunas, and they traded Michael Porter, and they got it Cam Johnson. And now you have your core four back, Jamal, CB, Aaron Gordon, who was phenomenal last year, playing with a guy who's always going to be in the MVP conversation in Nikola Jokic. So yes, hindsight's 2020. I felt we could have done more. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
Michael, we remember your dad, Brendan, well. I love the picture over your left shoulder right there. That's
yes,
good
indeed.
It's good for the soul, right?
Yes.
Thanks for your time, man.
All right, guys, I really enjoyed being on with you and look forward to doing it again.
Yeah, good luck on this new venture.
Appreciate that.
Certainly a ride.
Hey, Michael, it's like stealing. Brother. So what it's like?
I appreciate that, the advice, Charles.
We're going to come back with more on NBA Tip-Off presented by Popeyes in just a minute. SGA and the Thunder in Indiana tonight here on ESPN. NBA Tip-Off is presented by Popeyes. Glad you're with us tonight. Game 2 of our double dip, Denver and Golden State. Michael Malone was talking about the changes Denver made, talking about Cam Johnson in there now. Michael Porter Jr. is gone. But the issue always, Shaq, is what this team is going to do in the non-Jokic minutes. Have they addressed that with, I don't know, Jonas Valanciunas, with all of these guys who may pick up some of the slack?
Bruce Brown was there before. Reminds me of Rick Fox, and hit the open shot, do all the dirty things. Tim Hardaway, when he gets going, is a phenomenal shooter. I'm not familiar with Davis Osman. Jonas Valanciunas.
He's a coach, man.
Is it?
Is that a heck of a jumper?
I don't know who that is.
Come on, we can't make this up.
Guys, just hold on. I need a 20. I need a 20.
I'm familiar with everybody, but that David Allen guy, that's hilarious.
Let me tell you something about me. It's 2017. I'm not memorizing 27 coaches.
Okay,
I don't know
sir.
Shaq. Shaq, you're right.
32.
Who he play for?
32 coach for.
I know now he's a coach. I didn't know who he was.
You know is Rick Alderman?
Yeah, Rick Alderman. Yeah, I know Rick Alderman.
It's another Brandon Malone. Mike Malone.
I got to give the Nuggets some credit, man, because they went out and addressed, because you can't have a player that great and not try to win every year. You know, they won the championship, and coaches we tried to develop these young guys. When they had Brown and KCP, those guys were huge when they won the championship.
Well, they honestly, they couldn't sign Brown because of the money that he was being offered as a free agent.
Hey, man, you're going to have to – listen, man, all these dudes are multi-billionaires. Stop trying to be cheap.
Okay.
Yeah, he
was able to get so much more money.
I understand that. But I tell a lot of guys this. If you have a chance to sign for money, that's fine. But if the team you're with and you're going to win, stay there.
I agree.
Stay there. Now, you leave for a lot of money. You don't leave for – because you got to tell your agent.
for a lot of money.
You have to tell your agent to shut the hell up, because your agent's always just trying to get every damn dime. But the most important thing is trying to win.
And we get a look at Golden State tonight. Won their opener, 119-109 over the Lakers. Jimmy Butler had a big night.
Hold on for a second.
Had 31. Yeah, what?
Name all the assistant coaches for the Orlando Magic. Since you want to be
He's the head coach, fool.
I don't care. Name all.
He's the head coach.
Name all the assistant coaches.
Since you want to be a smart ass up here, Kenny.
No, he's the head coach.
You mad at me because you
mad at him. He's the head coach.
I don't know that man.
That was obvious.
That's not my fault. I'm not trying to be a smart ass.
You mad at Kenny because you know the head coach of the Nuggets?
I don't know the head coach of the Nuggets. Nuggets ain't my team.
It was a humorous moment.
I know Steve Kerr.
Yeah, he coaches Golden State. There you go.
And
Jimmy Butler, 31 the other night in that win.
I know Jordy Fernandez.
Because I just told you.
Shaq, you want to say what you said about the Warriors? You said you want to put it on the paper, right?
I did.
It said they automatic.
No, it was getting too involved. I threw it away.
Automatic home court advantage.
Top four
finish. They're going to finish 1 through 4, but there was the if. There was a bunch of ifs.
It was one if.
No, there was more than one if.
No, it was one if.
I'm not going to say anything because I'm a smart ass.
Yeah, you are.
Well, say something about the Golden State Denver game tonight.
Well, Golden State. Our favorite guy, Jonathan Kuminga.
Always a topic.
He's always a topic when you talk about Golden State because they've had so much success with Steph and anyone else other than Steph, it's like hard to take some of the role and make him a primary scorer. And by making him a spot shooter more than a creator at times could hurt his game, but it's not better for your team. So the best, when he plays his best, doesn't mean the Golden State Warriors play their best. But when Steph plays his best, that means the Golden State Warriors. So you have to take a secondary role. And they told him that basically by his contract and how long it took, that you're going to have to take a secondary or thirdary role now that we have Jimmy Butler.
Thirdary is not a word.
It's not.
It is now. Thirdary role.
I like it. I like it, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a smart ass. I'm being a smart. Thirdary is not a word.
Smell it, tough guy.
Exactly.
For me, there's two guys in this league going to dictate how far their team go. DeAndre Ayton in L.A. and Jonathan Kuminga in Golden State. We know what everybody else is going to do. The wild cards are Ayton and Kuminga. If those two guys, if they don't play well, their team's going to get bounced early. And listen, you can Steph's going to play good, Dre's going to play, Jimmy's going to play, but Kuminga's the wild card. Same thing in L.A. We know what LeBron going to do. We know what Luka going to do. It's Ayton. And that's just the rule. But Kenny said a point. It is not a good situation with Kuminga and Golden State. If you have to try that hard to get your deal done, either they don't want you or they don't think you're worth what you think you're worth. So there's going to be some friction because he's trying to get numbers and get paid. And they're like, no, you're going to be a third or fourth option.
Thirdary.
Yes, thirdary.
Thirdary. That's going to take on a lot of use, I believe.
Over in the hood in Bonix.
Exactly.
Don't worry, Shaq.
I don't know that man.
But y'all did have him on there like he was a player, like as a player.
Stop trying to come on, man. Stop copy, Kenny.
Said additions.
Come on, Kenny. Stop trying to bet. Hey, just because he put bass in your last year. Hey, just because he raised his voice that you don't give up.
I'm not giving up.
I got your back.
Okay, say less.
Hey, he can't. Hey, you better leave Kenny Cornbread alone. Touch Kenny Cornbread.
You ain't got no back no more.
Hey, it's going to be some consequences and ramifications. You mess with Kenny Cornbread again.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I highly doubt we'll have Shaq and a Fool on the new Inside the NBA on ESPN. Oh, Purple G, you got no clue. Thank you for watching, by the way, because this man right here is ready to crank out the first.
First Shaq of the year?
How did he know that we were going to do it right now?
He said he doubts.
No, but we're doing it right now.
Well, it doesn't mean he just tweeted it. No.
Just roll the music.
They could have tweeted it before.
Let the band roll the music.
We just used it now.
I thought we're live television. I think we're doing live tweets.
No, remember that time you said we coming to live from New York?
It was the third dairy. It was
Shaq, remember when he said coming to live from New York?
He's Shaq the Fool.
What?
He's Shaq the Fool.
What?
He's Shaq the Fool.
What?
This is his third dairy, Shaq the Fool.
Turmoilous.
Number 4, the Phoenix Suns went overseas and put up more bricks than the Great Wall of China. Kenny, music please.
Pass the ball, Ross.
Great Wall of China.
Oh. Nice payoff on that.
Number 3, Thomas Bryant.
No, not Thomas.
Got caught on camera getting rejected twice at the buzzer. Give me that.
Dang, give me that. Okay, why is that Shaq then? Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Wins this first preseason bout.
Give me that.
118-117.
Oh. Can't go to him. Come on, Thomas. Shoot the jumper. He has a good deal.
Number 2, OKC Thunder. How much thunder does it take to defeat the Greek Freak? Count the defenders, Chuck.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And they still scored.
I don't know if that's Shaq and the Fool or just how good he is. Which one would you say, Chuck?
Man, that's greatness right there.
Excellent work.
And number 1, Anthony Davis and Dalton
Connect.
They're on different teams. How can they
putting
do
on a
Shaq
Shaq show for the fans in Vegas. Oh, get it. Yeah. Come get it. I can't touch it.
Hey.
God damn it.
You in the Spear?
Oh,
Hey,
look
your
at
cat brought me
this.
some chicken.
I went to the
Look
Spear.
at this. There's the
last time I
dog
was in
again.
Vegas.
Oh, my goodness. Shaq needs to play. Who he coach for?
I'll get everyone right.
I don't know. But the word is tertiary. Secondary,
Yeah.
tertiary.
Tertiary.
Yeah.
Or
Tertiary,
thirdly.
I
tertiary.
like third dairy better.
I like third dairy better.
I do
Or
too.
third.